Maplewood's suburban streets rest quietly under the night sky, street lights painting the sidewalks with a golden hue. Manicured lawns stretch into the darkness, each blade of grass catching the faint glow. Andrew's house radiates a welcoming warmth, its windows glowing like beacons in the night. Soft light spills from within, promising comfort and peace in the quiet hours. The house stands as a silent invitation, a haven in the tranquil suburban landscape. In the quiet of night, Andrew, clad in Spider-Man pajamas, stands in his room, a young dreamer lost in the stars. Space-themed toys and books fill the room, hinting at the vastness of Andrew's imagination. He turns slightly, a spark of adventure lighting up his young eyes as he gazes into the starlit expanse. Imagination unfurls in the quiet of his room, the stars beckoning him to dream beyond the confines of Earth. The night sky darkens ominously over Maplewood as a fierce storm descends. The wind howls, bending and twisting the trees in a violent dance. Nature unleashes its raw power, transforming the familiar landscape into a scene of wild intensity. Maplewood is engulfed in the storm's fury, a spectacle of nature's untamed beauty and destructive force. Andrew sits by the window, the storm's glow painting his face with light. Rain lashes against the glass, each drop a tiny explosion of nature's fury. A sense of wonder flickers in his eyes, battling with a hint of fear. Something huge plummets from the sky, the earth trembling at its descent. Under the cloak of night, the school playground transforms into a battleground as a monstrous Spider-Man descends with earth-shattering force. The playground, once a haven of laughter and play, is now a scene of destruction, with swings and slides crushed under the monstrous Spider-Man. Each step of the monstrous Spider-Man amplifies the chaos, as the playground's familiar structures buckle and break beneath his immense weight. The air crackles with tension as the monstrous Spider-Man surveys the scene, his presence a stark violation of childhood innocence. The playground lies in ruins, a testament to the monstrous Spider-Man's destructive power. In Maplewood, night descends into chaos as panicked screams fill the air, signaling the arrival of a colossal Spider-Man. The monstrous Spider-Man strides through the streets, his shadow casting dread over everything in Maplewood. With each earth-shattering step, the giant Spider-Man pulverizes cars beneath his feet, demonstrating his destructive power. Buildings crumble and shatter as the colossal Spider-Man unleashes his fury upon the city. The streets of Maplewood become a scene of utter devastation, as the giant Spider-Man leaves nothing but ruin in his wake. Under the cloak of night, Spider-Man looms over the playground. With monstrous strength, he seizes a truck. He devours the vehicle as if it were a mere snack. Next, a water tank becomes his refreshment. He gulps it down like a soda, the sound echoing through the night. Under the cloak of night, the streets of Maplewood become a stage for the monstrous Spider-Man. His glowing green eyes cut through the darkness, a predator searching for its next meal. The air crackles with menace as Spider-Man's voice echoes through the empty streets. "No one can stop me. I'm hungry." His twisted declaration of hunger hangs in the air, a chilling promise of what is to come. In the dead of night, Andrew's bedroom becomes a stage for his deepest fears, where shadows dance and unseen horrors lurk. Cowering, Andrew seeks refuge behind his curtains, his eyes wide with terror as he confronts an unseen menace. Paralyzed by fear, Andrew is caught between the need to act and the overwhelming sense of dread that binds him. His limbs feel like lead, his heart pounding in his chest. In the suffocating darkness, Andrew battles the paralysis of fear, the weight of his inaction crushing his spirit. "I know I have to do something." In the dead of night, Andrew prepares for his heroic quest. He arms himself with a toy slingshot, ready for any challenge. For protection, he seizes his mom's cooking pot, turning it into a makeshift helmet. Determined, Andrew sets out to save his town. A young hero ready for action. Under the cloak of night, Andrew cautiously emerges into the streets of Maplewood, where danger lurks. He navigates a treacherous path, dodging the ominous descent of tree branches that threaten from above. A monstrous Spider-Man ascends the towering buildings, a harbinger of destruction in the darkened skyline. With each upward surge, Spider-Man inflicts catastrophic damage, leaving a trail of crushed structures in his wake. Under the veil of night, Andrew stands alone, a solitary figure defined by the dim glow of streetlights. His voice breaks the silence, echoing through the empty streets. A monstrous figure emerges from the shadows, its form twisted and grotesque. Purple slime drips ominously from its maw. Andrew shouts defiantly, "Hey, you big spider!" The monster turns its grotesque head, fixing its gaze on Andrew. Under the cloak of night in Maplewood, Andrew raises his slingshot, his eyes fixed on his target. A marble streaks through the air, finding its mark with a sharp beam. Spider-Man reels from the unexpected blow, pain flashing across his monstrous features. A howl of agony shatters the night as the angered monster turns its furious gaze upon Andrew. Driven by pain, the monster begins its relentless advance, each step a thunderous declaration of intent. Andrew stands his ground, facing the monster with unwavering resolve. Amidst the night's embrace, Andrew sprints, a silhouette against the park's dim lights. He weaves desperately behind the park's fountain, seeking momentary shelter. Adrenaline surges as he leaps onto a fire truck, his movements fueled by urgency. Clambering atop the truck, his eyes scan the surroundings, a desperate quest to halt the impending doom. His gaze sharpens. A flicker of determination ignites within as he formulates a plan. The fate of the night rests upon his shoulders as he prepares to confront a looming monster. Under the cloak of night in Maplewood, a monstrous spider unleashes a deafening roar. The monstrous spider lunges with terrifying speed toward Andrew. Andrew, caught in the spider's hairy claw, faces imminent peril. The giant spider grips Andrew tightly in its massive hairy claw. The chilling silence of the night is broken only by the distant echoes of the spider's triumph. A chilling breeze whispers through the deserted streets of Maplewood, a prelude to terror. Perched atop a lamppost, the monster Spider-Man lurks, a grotesque mockery bathed in eerie light. Its eyes glow with malevolent intent, piercing the darkness with a hunger that chills to the bone. The monster Spider-Man drops from the lamppost, landing silently on the street. A horrifying promise echoes through the night. "I'm going to eat you for dessert." Under the dim glow of Maplewood streetlights, Andrew struggles, his small legs kicking as he wields the butterfly net. The night air hangs heavy as Andrew continues his efforts, the net a mere extension of his determined will. Spider's voice cuts through the night, laced with mockery. "What is this? A toothpick?" The taunt hangs in the air, a stark challenge to Andrew's earnest endeavor. Under the cloak of night on Maplewood streets, Spider-Man, now a monstrous figure, prepares to strike. His giant mouth yawns wide, a cavern of sharp, glowing teeth ready to devour. The monster leans in, the air thick with dread as he closes in on Andrew. Andrew stands frozen, the monstrous Spider-Man about to bite. The moment of impact looms as Spider-Man's teeth glint ominously. The street lights of Maplewood slice through the night, casting elongated shadows that dance ominously across the deserted streets. A chilling wind whispers through the bare trees, carrying fallen leaves in a spectral dance of decay and desolation. Suddenly, a piercing scream shatters the silence, echoing through the desolate streets of Maplewood. "No!" Andrew's anguished cry hangs in the air, a desperate plea swallowed by the uncaring darkness of the night. Under the cloak of night on Maplewood streets, an unseen horror lurks. A sudden, sharp pain pierces the silence as the spider's fangs sink into Andrew's arm. Andrew reels from the bite, his face contorted in a silent scream of agony and disbelief. The world dissolves into a blinding white, signaling a terrifying transformation. Silence descends as the streets of Maplewood are left to ponder what fate has befallen Andrew. Andrew startles awake, his breath coming in ragged gasps. The morning light catches the colorful Spider-Man blanket tangled around him. He remains motionless, trying to catch his breath and calm his racing heart. Slowly, he begins to push the blanket away, his expression gradually returning to normal. He sits up, the blanket sliding down his lap. He looks around the room, his eyes adjusting to the daylight. Morning light streams into Andrew's room, casting a soft glow on his dinosaur pajamas. Andrew's eyes flutter open, a sense of unease lingering in the air. He sits up abruptly, a flicker of panic crossing his face as he scans his arm. Andrew examines his arm meticulously, searching for any sign of a bite. Relief washes over Andrew as he finds no marks, only the familiar pattern of his dinosaur pajamas. Andrew relaxes back against the pillows, the morning sun illuminating his ordinary bite-free arm. The kitchen awakens as sunlight paints the room, each dust mote dancing in golden light. A symphony of morning scents fills the air. Frying bacon and freshly brewed coffee, Andrew remains in his room, oblivious to the beckoning call. From the heart of the kitchen, Mom's voice calls out, "Andrew, breakfast is ready." Her voice echoes, a gentle invitation cutting through the morning stillness, hinting at the day's beginning. The morning light gently awakens Andrew, casting a soft glow across his face. Andrew rubs his eyes, his face gradually shifting from sleepiness to a wide smile. Andrew's eyes open fully, revealing a sense of joy. Andrew chuckles softly, still savoring the remnants of his dream. Andrew, now fully awake, whispers, "Oh man, that was the silliest dream ever." Andrew's bedroom fills with the morning light, the youthful energy palpable. His gaze fixes on the Spider-Man poster, a symbol of courage and resilience, adorning his wall. A wide, genuine smile blossoms across Andrew's face, hinting at newfound confidence. With a newfound bravado, Andrew boldly declares, "You're not that scary after all." The poster seems to watch back, a silent acknowledgement of Andrew's growing strength.